All right, how's it going, folks? Now, this topic raised to be today. In my life, I generally make all these videos, what I see or experience or what I hear, and try to combine everything together or what I've learned as well. Now, when you talk about a celebrity talented, regardless Jamie Oliver or Arnold Schwarzenegger or perhaps Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs or Jack Ma or you name it, right? Bill Gates. That they have is they have this special visionary illusion, talented trait that they're good at, that they would deliver, regardless if it's coming from a network or people believing to do that. Now, if I didn't study much about Hitler, but what I do remember when I was studying during my time is that Hitler wasn't to be a dictator, right, or regime. He was actually a boy who was very fascinated in the culture of the communism, and he sent out flyers out down in the public streets, and he slowly worked his way up to be selected to be part of the leader. And when he did that, he wasn't that very street smart or wasn't like that, and very very observe. He's very unique. He's very different, and people look up to him and viewed him. He's the right leader. And I'm pretty sure at your workplace or there's a difference between when your employer hired a new boss or a boss compared to a person who worked his way up to be the boss. Now, if you look through, right, his journey to be the boss, all you guys will recognize, like, man, this guy, he worked bloody hard. He's a true blue. He's fit for the role. You could imagine he's fit for the role. And generally, those who move up in the company and accept that role tends to work even better than the one that they randomly hire from the recruitment, right? Because the guy, he knows in and out of the company. He knows all in and all out. Where a newcomer does not know at all. He just go there because there's a job position and he meets the requirement because he's coming from a university. Now, you have that. And we always identify who has talent or not talent. Now, all of us, unfortunately, we do not have talent in the area, regardless if it's money making area or perhaps other things. Maybe art or entertainment or etc. All right. But what you do find about people when they have that talent, that trait, it brings them a lot. You notice that this is the guy's the best fit, he's the perfect this and that, yada yada yada, whatever what you guys say. Now, you could say whatever about Arnold Schwarzenegger, you could say what about Oliver, but these guys, they have these traits, or regardless of Donald Trump or whatever you guys say, all right? These guys were selected. They'll build their empire, regardless of network. They make it happen. And let's put all that stuff aside, all right? Or Elon Musk, what you guys got to talk about. Regardless if you lose the company or go bankruptcy, they always jump back up. Maybe they're not on mainstream anymore. But let's put that on the side. Let's talk about the people that they are talented, especially when it comes to like salesperson or those who are good with their mouth. So you could be a lawyer, or perhaps you could be a salesman, or perhaps you're real estate or car sales. Not everyone has the mouth. The one who hits the most of the targets, the ones who has the most sales, the ones that you say to yourself, that is impossible. But that guy made it 10 times or 10 folds or 20 folds because of this person. He has the traits, he has the talent. There's two people that I met in my life. One of them is my father, right? And one of them that is one of my residents today. And you could tell by the way how they speak, the way how they engage. They may not be having the best resume or they went to university, but they're street smart. Now we're living in this society where everything has to be, I have to go through all these assessments, like, perhaps like qualification, working history, any criminal records, any child record, or any mental health or psychological or yada 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 yada. We're going through too much. We have stunt talent. You see, what is the difference between Steve Jobs and Bill Gates? They're both university college dropouts. And the way how to get to that stage, do you honestly think that people look up to him and say, "Hey, what's your resume? Hey, what's your who's your mentor?" I'm pretty sure they'll say something like that. But hey, you have a criminal record, things like that. People like my father and the guy in the resident, and I know what I see. My father's not great at the English, but somehow he was the top salesperson in the real estate agent. He managed to sell houses that his manager and other co-workers could not even sold in 3 months or 5 months or 6 months, even though it's under the Australia property broom. He managed to do impossible to possible. And people like that, they know how to talk, they know how to find the right angle, use the right words, or they know how to read people. These are the talented people. They have born to know all this stuff. Now, regardless of Arnold Schwarzenegger, or you talk about all these talented celebrities, and I'm pretty sure, Richard Branson, he's dyslexic. Mike Tyson, he's dyslexic. Muhammad Ali, I think is one of them. Then you have like Floyd Mayweather, he's dyslexic. These are the people are born with talented. And what is the other one? What's his name? Gosh, who is the leader? The leading role that plays the Pirates of the Caribbean? Johnny Depp. He's actually cannot read from script, so he has the earpiece. But the people who has born with special talent tend to don't have this, fitting this criteria. And I believe the way how we're living now and the next generation, we are going to stunt the whole thing unless these people join an entrepreneur or have great networking or finding the great, those who are willing to give them, shareholders, right, to make it happen, make a startup. These are the people, no matter how much they tumbled or the things that impossible, they make it possible. When I see these type of people, I see them leaders. Really are. No matter how much they tumble down, they have good network, they know how to use it, they know how to maximize it, they know how to survive. Commoners like us, who doesn't have that talent, we have to be sheep, we have to work under them. There's very, very few people out in this world who has that talent, born with that talent, regardless if it's good or bad. But in this modern world, everything has to fit in this criteria, tick all the boxes. If you hire, like for example, like my father and the other guy, they know how to talk, they know how to sell. You don't have to fill in this. All they do is that look, I'll work for you and I'll show you results. I don't follow to what's on my resume or anything on my cover letter. I show you results. And that's what jobs are supposed to be like. Not supposed to be like what nowadays you have to fit in this criteria, tick all these boxes. Because those people, even though they have criminal record or have bankruptcy or perhaps they're doing something, they go through the hard side. Now these are all the best part of the whole thing. The next video I'm going to talk about is those who have more talent. When they crash and burns, they go up. But if they mentally destroyed, regardless when it comes to like an injury or an incident, that will completely crush them. The next video I'm gonna make is those who are into that phase. Gotta go toilet first.